As more and more of these issues moved out into the public domain, more and more people were able to see that we had made and were continuing to make horrible mistakes, and this new understanding was the first step along a path that could, eventually, bring about massive change. The trouble was, I reflected, that people in developed countries had come to believe that a high standard of living was their right. I thought, as I have thought throughout my life, how lucky I had been in my own childhood. I had learned the true value of food, clothing, shelter, and life itself. Along with my contemporaries, I had moved into a post-war world in which self-reliance was a necessary quality. We did not feel it was our right to have a bicycle, a television, a dishwasher, and so on. Those were things you saved up for and were proud of because they were earned by the sweat of your brow. Of course, I understand why those who had lived through war or economic disasters and who had built for themselves a good life and a high standard of living were rightly proud to be able to provide for their children those things which they themselves had not had, and why their children, inevitably, took those things for granted. It meant that new values and new expectations had crept into our societies along with the new standards of living. Hence the materialistic and often greedy and selfish lifestyle of so many young people in the Western world, especially in the United States. But I wonder, were they content with such a lifestyle? Often their behavior suggested that they felt something was missing from their world. Was it, perhaps, a craving for meaning in life which had led to the emergence of the hippies, the flower children of the late 1960s and early 70s? Was that why so many young people of wealthy parents had left their families to seek new experiences? They had tried living in communes. They had been fascinated by new emerging cults. They had experimented with the effects of drugs. They had traveled to India in search of gurus. Desperately, or so it seemed to me, they had sought to escape from the soul-numbing materialistic hedonism of their time. And of course they had rejected formal religion just as they had rejected everything that pertained to the establishment and what they perceived as the old-fashioned, outmoded values of their conservative middle-class parents. The ability to reach beyond their upbringing, their culture, and their immediate surroundings has always, I realized, been a characteristic of the greatest spiritual leaders and the saints. Our task then, if we would hasten our moral evolution, is to progress a little more quickly toward our human destiny. It is obvious, formidable, but in the long run not impossible. We will have to evolve, all of us. The great saints, the masters, were not supernatural beings, they were mortals like us, made of flesh and blood. So I thought we would simply have to try, each and every one of us, to become just a little more saint-like. That surely we could do. Dr. Jane Goodall, Reason for Hope.